All right, so we had a slew of primaries yesterday, but we're going to be focusing on the one Republican primary in Kentucky with Thomas Massie, who lost to the Trump-backed candidate of Ed Gallrein. Now, a couple things to note. This was the largest, in terms of funding and money pumped into it, primary in U.S. history. And a lot of that money came from pro-Israel lobbies that went to Ed Gallrein. So we're going to be getting into the results regarding that here in a moment. And then I'm going to talk about how the impacts this has and how we should go moving forward, because this shows that Trump still has tremendous sway over the party. Now, as for Thomas Massie, I have a weird respect for him. He's a libertarian, and that means he has a little bit of self-respect. But he actually, positions they're firmly held positions. These aren't political grifts. These aren't positions or policies that he adopted because Trump told him to. And, I respect that. For example, he was against the big, beautiful bill. He was one of the Republicans that voted no. And his reason was, it wasn't oh, they're cutting too much. His was no, you're not cutting enough. You see, Medicaid shouldn't exist in general. So I respect it in a weird way, even though I couldn't disagree more. But hey, I just respect people who stand on principles. And he was really good on some issues. He was a leading figure, a co-sponsor of the bills on the Epstein file releases, him and Ro Khanna. He is against the Iran war. He is against additional funding to Israel. He is he's broadly for legalizing weed. And everything that I just named, that you can count that Ed Gallrein is against. The only good things about Thomas Massie, Ed Gallrein is against. Where Thomas Massie was 90% Trump, Ed Gallrein is 100% Trump. Of course, everything else, the other 90% for Massie was things like immigration and he really leaned into the trans women in sports and just some of that stuff. But to the issues that he stood firm on and took lead on, like the Epstein files, Iran war, and so forth, really good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the results and how this spells a major warning for the Democrats during the midterms. So here is the results. Ed Gallrein took 54.9% of the vote, and Thomas Massie got 45.1% of the vote. I do want to note this was a closed primary, meaning that independents and Democrats could not participate. But yeah, this is a big deal in my opinion. And here's just a quick breakdown of county by county. Massie only won 2 counties, and yeah, just wow. I didn't actually, I expected Massie to win. I don't know why. It was probably copium, but hey, overall, I'm not going to lie to you. This isn't good. The fact that this dude, Ed Gallrein, with no political experience, managed to beat Thomas Massie, someone who held that seat since 2012, and also has objectively worse policies than Massie. Everything where Massie is good, Ed Gallrein is terrible. He's super pro-Israel, hence why the Israel lobby really came out to bat for him. And of course, he would defend Trump on the Epstein files. He would vote to continue the Iran war. And this guy still no name recognition, no long-standing political career or career in the public eye in general. And he kind of trounced them. This is a big deal for an incumbent to get trounced this bad from basically Trump giving the endorsement. Now, of course, you can attribute a lot of it to the pro-Israel lobbies that dumped money. But man, this really goes to show you how much of a cult the Republican base really is. And I don't ever want to see a Democrat ever again come out and say oh, we need to try to appeal to Republicans and try to win over the Republican vote, or we need to moderate ourselves. No. Yeah, I don't know how many times Democrats have to see that this is a losing strategy. One, definitely a losing strategy. We've seen it with Kamala when she was parading around with Liz Cheney and she got 0 Republican votes. And number 2, the Republican base is still immensely hitched to the MAGA Trump bandwagon. Like, what can I say? They're a cult. Even though the broader American public is turning on Trump on every single thing, if you look at like Republican polling, he's still high in a lot of the aspects. Like, he still has a core base, and that's not good. And if Republicans Democrats play this game of trying to appeal to Republicans during the midterms, they're going to get trounced. And just, I don't know, I'm probably overreacting, but like, Democrats need to take the lesson that you shouldn't try to appeal to these people, and you should actually focus on appealing to the left flank of your party that you have been fighting so vehemently against. Because the cool thing about progressive policies is they have a higher chance of converting Republican voters and definitely winning over Republicans. Because when you poll the American people, both Republican and Democrat, there is a broad majority support for progressive policies like universal health care, increasing the minimum wage, union support. Like, this all has broad appeal. And a Democrat running firmly on those things would do infinitely better than a Democrat trying to play the center and trying to appeal to the other side, because there is no other side to appeal to, man. It's yeah, I'm sorry, but this Massie thing, it leaves me speechless. Because Massie was gross in so many ways, but he had like the few decent policies were like just kind of like objectively good. It's objectively good to be against the Iran war. It's objectively good to be against funding the genocidal ethno-state of Israel. It's objectively good to release the Epstein files and hold those people accountable. Like, I don't know, man. If you live in the Kentucky 4 area, let me know what the hell is going on down there. Anyways, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.